Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about watchJojo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Her ancestor's farmhouse lay abandoned for more than 30 years. Then she did this to it, and it's awesome. When Reddit user Pink Milk inherited her great-great-grandmother's dilapidated old house, it needed a lot of attention, as you can see from this image. But just wait until you see what she managed to do with the place. It's quite simply amazing. The house itself is near Boise, Idaho, and it was originally built sometime around the end of the 1970s or the start of the 1980s by Pink Milk's grandma and his own grandpa. This was because she was very old, and by living there, she could be close to Pink Milk's great-grandparents. It may have only been a pretty basic farmhouse, but it must have been a nice place for Pink Milk's great-great-grandma to spend her twilight years. After she died, though, the old house was abandoned and fell into disrepair. Indeed, it would be more than 30 years before Pink Milk would breathe new life into it. And although the place is only a one-bedroom, 700-square-foot home, the photos documenting the story of the project make it clear that Pink Milk had a big job on her hands. However, she was reclaiming the old house for the family, and she planned on moving in once the work was complete. Fortunately, there was very little water damage to the house, just a small patch in the corner of the bedroom, and no structural damage whatsoever. That's pretty good going for a building that had been abandoned and left to the mercy of nature for 3 decades. In fact, it looked as though this renovation was going to mainly be about the home's appearance. But to be safe and make sure everything was as modern as possible, Pink Milk updated all the electrics and plumbing too. That being said, even after the utilities had been updated, it's safe to say that Pink Milk still had plenty of work to do. After all, when you're trying to modernize a place as dilapidated as this, refreshing the appearance means much more than just a lick of paint. Certainly, Pink Milk needed to install a new roof, fascia, and gutters. The house needed brand new flooring and a whole new kitchen, as well as drywall throughout. But even that didn't take her to the end of her to-do list. She got rid of the old shower from the bathroom and shifted the washer-dryer out of there too. In its place, she gave the old bathroom a luxurious touch, installing a nice tub. Not only did Pink Milk inherit a house, but during the renovation, she also ended up with a new cat too. She was actually found on the farm while renovations were going on. She was only about 3 weeks old and her eyes were all messed up, she wrote on Reddit. So after giving the house some final touches, painting the whole place inside and out, and filling it with new furniture, Pink Milk was finally able to move in. What a great achievement! Even more incredibly, the whole renovation only took 2 months to complete. Pink Milk said it could have been done even quicker, but she had months before her previous lease was up, so she was in no hurry. The Reddit user further reckoned that she spent between $35,000 and $40,000 on the project, a little more than she had planned to, although she was pretty pragmatic about this. The house itself didn't cost me anything, so I figured it was worth the money. Soon after moving in, however, Pink Milk discovered the old house did have one rather unpleasant issue that hadn't been addressed yet. It turned out there was no septic tank attached to her plumbing system, and the outpipe was just draining into a field. Oops! About a week after I moved in, discovered there was no septic tank when the shower stopped draining, she explained. I'm assuming my grandparents didn't put in a septic tank because of the lava rock. It was kind of a fiasco getting one in. Of course, we weren't the only ones to be impressed by Pink Milk's fantastic renovation attempt. Her post attracted almost 6,000 upvotes and nearly 400 comments on Reddit, with many people keen to learn how she did it on such a tight budget. Others, meanwhile, simply heaped on the praise. That looks absolutely spectacular, wrote one Reddit user. Good for you. Old houses are a non-renewable resource, and it always makes me happy to see one get saved. I really enjoy the color scheme of the interior, wrote another Reddit user. They look beautiful separate as well as combined. You have a great eye for design. There was one job left to do though. When Pink Milk posted about the renovation back in September 2015, she was yet to finish the yard. We think she probably deserved a bit of a break though. And as for the stray cat, we think that this little kitty really landed on his feet. He looks pretty happy in his new home. Don't you think?